Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of First and Last. My name is Josh, and with me this week, we got the boys again. It's Jimmy and Joe.
The boys.
Hey.
I don't know why I didn't let you guys say hello one at a time. I was too excited.
That's how the listeners learn our voices. Now they're so confused.
That was Joe, everybody, just in case you're wondering. How's everybody's week's been?
It's been real.
Yeah. Fine.
That's good.
Didn't die last night in a storm.
Oh, yeah.
Feel good about that.
I mean, yeah, it was a storm. It wasn't
Did
that bad.
some basement huddling with the dog.
I'll be honest. We didn't do basement hut. We ate Chipotle on the kitchen table next to a bunch of windows.
Wow. Didn't the sirens go off by you guys?
Oh, yeah, while we were eating.
Okay.
And you're just like, huh.
Wow.
We're like, those are loud.
Is it the first Wednesday of the month? Huh.
Yeah. I think right away, because I think we were looking at the weather app and it said just like severe thunderstorm warning for us. And then we were like, oh, this siren sounds a little weird, but it was probably because it was just muffled by just a sea's worth of rain falling down. But we're like, well, whatever. And then I think we like finished up eating and then we're like, oh, there's a tornado warning.
Yeah.
Wow.
It all happened real fast, so I could totally see that you missed it because it was like a 20-minute span between the tornado warning officially going up in Hennepin County and then it being canceled.
Yeah. So yeah, we missed it. We just stayed upstairs in the danger zone the whole time.
I was like watching the weather all day, so I knew like it was all happening because we had like a work event that was supposed to happen outside, and we're like, should we call it? Like even earlier in the week, it was like, it's like now it says it's supposed to thunderstorm. Oh, now it says it's not. Oh, now it says it's gonna thunderstorm. And then houses were getting split in half by trees. Did you see that picture?
No. Right in half?
Right in half.
Oh my gosh.
Like it was a Highlander.
It's on
house
like the NPR Instagram or something.
No, I did not. I did not know about that at all. Interesting.
Anyway,
all right, well,
we just watched TV.
I didn't even do that. We were just eating Chipotle silently.
Silently? It's just quiet.
No, we weren't talking to each other at all. No, we were just hanging out. But whatever. This isn't a weather podcast. Joe, what is First and Last? Just in case anyone.
It's a TV pod. Each week we take a TV show, watch only the first episode and only the last episode, review them, make fun of them, rejoice about them, and then just overall review the show just based on what we've seen from the first and last. It's kind of like, just getting the best bits of the show because everyone knows the best episodes of any TV show are just the first and last episode. That's what everyone says.
That's the research that we've done. So
right
far.
on. Trust me, I got a show that I assume nobody here has heard about.
Heard about?
The show in general?
Yeah, I don't think you guys have. I've never heard of it
All right.
Until looking up shows, and then I was interested.
This is going to be great for our like SEO on the internet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe not. Well, who knows? Because you know why?
following.
There's some big names in it. You know, one big name. Do you guys like Harry Potter?
Oh, so it's Radcliffe?
No, it's the guy who played Ron Weasley.
Ah.
I thought it
Rupert.
was going to be a Harry Potter show, and I was like, oh, this I really don't know about.
Yeah, no, I wanted to bring Harry Potter up immediately because me and Joe know nothing about Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nor do I.
Oh, you haven't seen him? I kind of figured.
I've seen him.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't
then
really tell you. You can't really follow him.
Fair enough. You didn't read it. You didn't read all the books like everybody else around us.
I've read one
growing
chapter
up?
of. Well, technically, I've read 2 chapters because I read the first chapter of the first book when my sister had it when she was like in middle school and I was in high school, and I was like, this is for toddlers, because it is. And I handed it back to her and she was pretty pissed. And then I think, Josh, you and I both read the last chapter of the last book when we stole it from our friend who didn't want to be spoiled, and then we knew what happened.
Yeah, I remember when that the last book came out and everyone waited in lines at Barnes and Nobles. You guys remember Barnes and Nobles? When they waited in line, got the book, and then brought it to where we were, and then we took it from her and read the last chapter so we would know how it ended, but didn't understand any of it, and just we didn't we didn't spoil it for her or anything. We just were like, now we know, now you don't,
Now you got to go read the first chapter of the first book, and
just I've read
first and last it.
I mean, I've read the entire first book.
Ha.
Bad hot take. I read the first book, and similar to Jimmy, I went, I hate this, and I didn't read the rest of it. and it wasn't, to be honest. And people are gonna be like, well, it's for kids, that kind of shit. I read it and I went, this is bad writing. This isn't like a well put together book. But I was like, I bet the world of Harry Potter is very interesting and fun. I just couldn't handle, the book needed to be edited, and it felt like someone wrote it and then didn't edit it. It was it was bad.
Well, and now she's all anti-LGBTQ and all that stuff, and giving money to those platforms. So it's just
Harry Potter did that?
Yeah.
Hermione?
Mr. Harry Hermione Potter.
Yeah. Okay, well, all of that is to be said because we're doing this TV show starring Ron, the guy who played Ron Weasley, and it's called Sick Note.
Okay.
Sick Note.
So
Have you
what
ever
is
heard
this,
of this?
a
Either
straight
one
to
of you?
Netflix or something?
Yeah.
No, I think I'm thinking of Death Note on Netflix, which is a thing,
The anime?
right? Yeah.
Thinking about, that's an anime.
So
it's not called Death. It's not Death Note. And then also Jimmy, for the Jimmies out there, it's also starring Nick Frost is in it.
Oh, of Simon and Pegg, Nick Frost.
Yep.
And what's the guy who directs all those films?
I don't know.
I
do not know who directs those films.
Edgar Wright.
that's the one, yeah. Yeah,
also,
that guy looks familiar.
He's great.
There's also a couple other people in this. Don Johnson. If you don't know who he is, you'd recognize him if you clicked on his picture.
Johnson is in this?
And then Lindsay Lohan is in this at some point.
Good Lord.
So there's some people, you know.
There's someone named Pippa, so you know it's authentically British.
The pig?
Yeah, Pippa Bennett Warner. I don't know who that is, so I just kind of breezed over her. Unfortunately. So this show went. So it's an interesting show. It went 2 seasons and 14 total episodes, and it was Netflix throughout November 7th, 2017, and then the last part of the last season came out August 16th, 2018. And so this show has technically neither been recommissioned or canceled by Netflix. It's just so far out that they basically were just there's just no plans to ever do it again right now is basically where they're at. And it's been 4 years. So
we're just
I'm
done.
calling. Yeah. So I'm calling it and we're watching it.
Okay.
I kind of read a little bit of the plot. Just kind of was trying to make sure that it was the guy from Harry Potter. And so it seems like the basis sort of is that Ron Weasley is diagnosed, or he's misdiagnosed with some sort of cancer.
Ooh.
And because his doctor, Nick Frost, just randomly or just is an idiot, I guess,
Dr.
and misdiagnoses him. And then he just finds out, Ron Weasley finds out that everyone treats him a little better, so he just decides not to tell everybody that he got misdiagnosed.
Oh, so he knows about it.
So I think he knows about it. Whether or not, I would assume first episode, right? He probably gets diagnosed, doesn't know about it maybe till the end of the first episode.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. The first episode's called Queen of Hearts.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So knowing the basic plot and that it's called Queen of Hearts, what happens?
I thought you were going to go somewhere like you thought you were leaning into
no, I don't.
Queen of Hearts. I was like, does this mean something to you?
I think he goes to a magic show because that's I think he tries to get like on like a Make-A-Wish, but that's like the best that they'll do for him.
They found him a magician.
It's like a kid's birthday party
Or a bachelor party. Who
time.
knows?
I'm picturing like a dark comedy because, you know, it's there's some funnier people in there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Plus death stuff, which I'm into. I'm into this.
Yeah, it's got people I know you like in it for sure, Jimmy. And then
love Don Johnson.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. And I'm a big Lindsay Lohan fan, so
love Mean Girls.
I mean, Mean Girls is fantastic. So, but that's really the only thing.
Herbie Fully Loaded.
The parent swap or whatever. What is it?
I'm pretty sure that's porn.
Oh, what?
Are you talking about
Freaky Friday?
Parent Trap.
Parent Trap. Parent swap.
You think Parent Swap is porn? Herbie
Probably.
Fully Loaded sounds like porn.
It's the beetle, the car that's alive and sentient.
Well, we know what it is, but it sounds like porn.
Okay, well. Title of your sex tape? Been rewatching Brooklyn Nine-Nine again. God, you guys gotta watch it. It's so insane that you don't watch that show.
I feel like I'm at the very least gonna pick up the Joe tradition of watching holiday episodes and watch some of the Halloween episodes for Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
You're gonna miss so much.
Yeah, probably. Queen of Hearts. He's in a after school poker tournament, and then right before he's about to win the winning hand, he like passes out for some reason, and then he gets misdiagnosed by cancer, and it's just really that he got like, I don't know, too excited or something like that.
Yeah, too excited about his poker hand.
Yeah.
All right.
That's what's gonna happen in the first episode, as far as I'm concerned.
Actually, I wanna change mine. I think that the magician is like that. Frost, like the doctor, is an aspiring magician, and during the cancer treatment, he's trying to show magic tricks that he's learned, but he's failing. Is this your card? Okay. No, that's not my card. You have cancer.
Oh, if it's not my card, then you have cancer.
Shut up, you have cancer. That's the line.
It could also be that there's this could go incredibly off the rails. Queen of Hearts there's a serial killer called Queen of Hearts, and they're somehow related to it, and it's just a subplot in the first episode.
Cancer and serial killer.
Why not, right?
Yeah, for some reason I thought the Queen of Hearts might be like a love interest or something, but I don't know why he would call her the Queen of Hearts.
I don't know. It'd be kind of wouldn't it be kind of fun if you were in love with someone called the Queen of Hearts, Joe? That'd be pretty fun. What if we start calling Claire that?
But don't tell her why.
Yeah, let's not tell her why.
Yeah.
Don't listen to this,
She's
Claire.
The queen of our hearts. She won't.
Okay. Fair. Should we dive into the first episode? See what the hell it's about?
Yeah. I have a feeling I'm gonna like it. I don't know why.
All right. I think we're all going in this with a positive attitude, so I'm excited. So we're gonna watch the first episode of Sick Note. It was called Queen of Hearts. Original air date November 7th, 2017. We'll be back after that. And we're back. We're done with the first episode of Sick Note. It was called Queen of Hearts. Jimmy, do you have a write-up?
Yeah. Lovable loser Daniel is having a rough few days. His girlfriend Becca is dumping him and kicking him out of her home, and his boss Michael is about to fire him for being a lazy employee. And then he's diagnosed with cancer by oncologist Dr. Glennis. Worst week ever. But instead of ruining Daniel's life, the diagnosis changes it for the better. Becca takes him back. His job is safe. People start being nice to him. Even his emotionally distant parents start to take an interest. Daniel gets a new lease on life until the moment he receives an even more startling piece of news. It was a misdiagnosis. He doesn't have a terminal illness at all. But sharing the happy news proves trickier than you'd think, with Dr. Glennis begging Daniel to keep stum. Is that a phrase people use? Keep stum about his mistake. Apparently it means keep quiet in context.
How do you spell that word? Stum?
S-C-H-T-U-M.
I've never heard that.
The lie begins to spiral out of his control, and he doesn't have much of a choice.
All right. Yeah. What are you guys' initial thoughts on this bad boy?
I thought I was gonna like it, and to be honest, didn't like it as much as I thought I would.
Sure.
Did you like it a little bit, or
maybe a little bit? I think it depends on where it goes from here.
Fair enough.
I didn't hate it. I'll say that.
I think, at least seeing the second episode too, this was a 45-minute episode, and so there was like a lot of stuff that happened, kind of. But I think the rest of the episodes are 22, 30 minutes kind of thing, so they're shorter.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
So that's maybe a positive. Jimmy, what'd you think?
You know, that makes me actually even more concerned that this is gonna go, because there's not much you can do in 22 minutes. And I don't want to like jump to my reveal my predictions, but I want things to go darker if I'm going to like this show. And I think that means like drama, you know, and I don't think you do 22 minutes for a drama you don't Better Call Saul in 22 minutes.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're not
You know
wrong, but like, this is a dark comedy. Better Call Saul is just a work of art.
Yeah, I think what I realize is I don't want the comedy parts.
Oh, okay. I think I'm a little bit more positive than you guys. I don't think this is like a God's gift to dark comedies by any means. But I'm morbidly curious. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, where are you trying to go with this? What's happening? There was, I don't want to necessarily call them twists and turns that happened in this episode, because it was, you could probably see any of this coming per se, but I was like, okay, there's a lot going on now going into the second episode. And we'll cover that here in a second. And I kind of want to know now. So currently I want to know. I also looked, there's only 14 episodes of the show. So we only have 13 episodes left.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. This is like seven-ish each.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So like 8 and 7.
Yeah. I think just in general, like it would, like I like a lot of other like dark comedies, but I felt like, yeah, maybe there just wasn't enough jokes for me. I feel like it wasn't quite funny enough for how like harsh some of it is. Like the thing that sticks out to me is like there's the Don Johnson character. Who Don Johnson was in Miami Vice. Was that his thing?
Something like that.
Okay.
He like rebounded with Nash Bridges was his show in the 90s with Cheech.
So yeah, he's like an older, famous looking actor, and he plays the CEO of the company that Daniel works for, who's just kind of just like a general asshole, and is very vulgar,
Yeah. I wrote horrible American boss.
Yeah. He's American too, which adds to it.
Right.
And I just feel like he's like a good example of like he's very harsh, but like not very funny to me at least. So I feel like it would work better if he was funnier, but because he's not jokey enough, it's just kind of grating. I compared this in my head. I compared this show a lot to the increasingly poor decisions of Todd Margaret.
Okay, yeah.
Just in the same way that like the main character has a big lie and has to keep it up.
Yeah.
And then in that show there is another like he's not a CEO, but he's a shitty American boss played by Will Arnett. And it's kind of the same shtick where he's like very vulgar and just like a shitty boss and kind of an idiot, but it's way funnier with Will Arnett because just the things that he's saying are like ridiculous.
Well, I think Will Arnett saying like gross funny things and Don Johnson saying cum bucket. Like, it's
there's a difference there.
It's like, I don't know. For some reason, it's like two notches too far where it's just like, you're just gross and not funny.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. If it was funnier, like you can call him a cum stain, whatever. Like I'd laugh at that if it was like ridiculous and over the top.
It's too believable from Don Johnson.
Yeah, almost a
I
little
believe
bit,
that you would act like this. I think that you just act like this to the people around set in between takes.
Yeah. Like in the Todd Margaret show, there's like one of the bits I remember is like Will Arnett's like on the phone with like one of his lackeys or something and like telling them to like order some prostitutes, and he says, "But no French girls, they give me the shits." Like like that's weird and gross, but like it's so ridiculous that like I laugh at that.
I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
That helps.
All right.
So yeah, I feel, and that's kind of where I'm interested to see where this goes, because I think it could get darker and potentially funnier just based on it getting dark. If we can, there's a lot to talk about, I feel like, but if we can skip to the end real quick. So like, his best friend Ash, who's like banging Daniel's girlfriend behind Daniel's back, like gets caught in Daniel's apartment, and he's trying to, slyly slip out, which ends up with Ash like standing at the window like of this apartment building, and like they're yelling at each other because like they're both lying, and then Daniel ends up pushing him out the window and he falls.
Did he like just like hit the window? Because Ash is like balancing outside on the window ledge, right? And was the window open, or did he just somehow like run out the window and just bounced him off?
Yeah,
I wasn't sure, but either way,
he fell. Either way, he fell off. Yeah, right?
He jostled him enough to fall off, and like we don't necessarily know that he's dead, but like
he's probably fine. He's probably fine.
Probably fine, but like there's part of me that wants like him to be dead and this to turn into a thing where it's like whenever somebody finds out about Daniel's lie, that he just like has to kill them.
Kills them. That'd be amazing.
I like that.
Like that would be dark, but it would be also like kind of funny.
I did think once he found out, I was like, what are they going to do now? Because he's obviously like, Becca knows immediately. What is the conversation that Daniel has with Ash to convince him to not tell his girlfriend who he's banging to like save face for all of this? So it didn't. So I was like, where do they go from here? So hopefully he's dead, I guess.
Yeah. That's also a Game of Thrones reference, right? Because they made reference to Game of Thrones earlier in the show about like Daniel saying like,
that.
"Oh, you don't even like Game of Thrones," and I've only seen the first and last of Game of Thrones, so this is something I remember.
Jamie Lannister did push Bran off the tower because he saw Jamie and Cersei banging.
He found them out.
So maybe that is where that is there.
Oh, great
that makes that kind of funny, right?
It does.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I would have thought about that when it was happening,
Yeah.
but that does make sense. Good
Yeah.
setup.
So that, I was not along for the ride for, 42 of the 44-minute runtime. And then in the last 2 minutes, I was like, oh, this is interesting. Like, it's a fun callback. And, like, is this going to get darker?
There is a hard part for me, speaking of you not being like on the ride, with it. I'm like, Dr. Glennis, played by Nick Frost. I'm like, he might be too dumb of a doctor for me to believe that he should be a doctor and still has a job. Like, I don't think we're necessarily supposed to feel bad for him, but they obviously they put him in like this loveless marriage where his wife obviously hates him, based on the interactions that they have. And then he's trying to save his job by not giving away that he misdiagnosed apparently yet another person, or like did another big oopsie.
Yeah, this is going to be his last strike.
Right. And I want to like it because he's very funny as just like in general. He's just like a silly dude when he's in like the Simon Pegg movies and all that stuff. But I was just like, you're too bad of a doctor for me to believe that you're still in this position. You can't. You got to get out of here.
That's true. Like by episode 2, you might have just done something else that would get you fired.
Right. Yeah. I'm trying to be like Yeah. I don't know how long he's in this show. I assume. I mean, it's only 14 episodes, and him and the Harry Potter boy are like top billed. So I assume they're in it the whole time. But
yeah.
And then also, Lindsay Lohan comes in at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't see her in this first episode.
Yeah, we didn't see her in this one.
Forgot about that.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think she comes in on season 2, but I'm not sure.
I assume she plays herself.
Ooh, I like that. That's fun.
I think I just saw her in something.
Yeah, so like the whole like thing of this episode is he didn't know he didn't have cancer for actually quite a long time. Like, I thought he was going to find out I thought he was going to find out right away.
He was like a changing human being.
Yeah. So, he liked what was happening. Things were going well for him. He seemed he is actually technically trying to like clean up a little bit as well.
He tried
and then
to
he
tell
finds
people.
out and then he doesn't have cancer. And, basically he's just like, I'm going to keep lying. Ash knows he might be dead. We're not sure yet. The guy he plays PlayStation with knows, but I assume that
he's the only one who knows the truth.
Yeah, either that's going to be a non-issue and that's just like the guy he talks to about stuff, or like one day Becca's going to put like the headphones on or something. Who knows?
I liked what they did with that bit, the video game guy bit too, where he's the guy that Daniel's telling the truth to all the time, and then he gets like something happens in the apartment. This is all happening in Becca's apartment where he just squats and then like something crazy happens, and then the guy's still listening. Like Daniel's thrown his headphones down on the ground and dealt with whatever, and then the guy's like, oh man, that was crazy. Because he's still listening, hearing everything just from like the floor of this apartment.
Yeah.
Through the mic. It's a good bit.
All in all, I'll be honest, I would have rolled into episode 2 just to see.
Yeah. I mean, especially with the episodes getting shorter from there, like it's.
Yeah, the next one was like 23 minutes.
You give it another episode to see where it goes.
Yeah, I would definitely give it one more for sure. So that's at least where I'm at.
There's a lot of potential here. Like, you want to see what's his name, the guy who plays the doctor, Nick Frost. Like, there's a lot of comedy potential in like Nick Frost trying to keep a secret, or like trying to keep up a ruse.
Yeah,
they gave him just like silly comedy at one point where he like was looking at Botox at one scene, and then in the next scene he obviously had injected himself with a bunch of Botox, and he was like lying to one of his like superiors about it. And so when it was that, I was like, this is a funny Nick Frost thing. But then when he's like a sad doctor that's trying to save his like wife in marriage and job. I'm like, nah, I'm not
Yeah,
not as much
less
into this, Nick
interested.
Frost.
Yeah.
Sure. He's got something to live for now. Because, so, okay. So, first of all, there's some connection with his doctor, and maybe this is a, universal health care thing, but something, Daniel works for an insurance company, and because of that, his employment there, he gets free, like this isn't gonna cost him anything.
Mm-hmm.
Is what Dr. Glennis says. So so Dr. Glennis and this oncology department is somehow tied to the insurance place. Did you guys catch that?
Oh, I didn't realize that maybe he was. I just assumed they're in England, and therefore
Right.
he has free health care, and therefore. But I guess they do have an insurance company, so
Yeah.
they need insurance for something. I don't know how it works
Anyway,
there.
so
I
then
know it works
at
better
the
than
end,
here, but that's all I really know.
Right. So then at the end, Daniel calls Dr. Glennis while he's actively trying to commit suicide, and he's answering the phone hopped up on his own automobile's fumes, and Daniel's like, this is what's gonna happen. I have cancer. You're gonna pretend like I have cancer, and then you're gonna pretend to cure me in 6 months. So now not only does Dr. Glennis have a free pass from his last
Screw up.
possible screw up, now he could potentially become a hero.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, there's no way this fails.
I mean, really, it's it's kind of a victimless crime, right? Pretending you have cancer for a little bit, and then all of a sudden you don't have it anymore. It can't even go sick. He's supposed to die in 6 months from this cancer, so he's got to get cured in 4 months, right?
Yeah, I suppose if he lives past 6,
Then he's cured.
you did it. Good job.
Way
Also,
to cure.
Don Johnson said something kind of flippant that they just rushed past that because he keeps, so Daniel throws up on Don Johnson in the middle of a commercial shoot, and then he orders him to be fired, but this character that we haven't talked about, Michael, who's the boss, who's kind of just a pushover guy. There's another character. Is that Pippa? No.
The
Maybe.
coworker.
There's a coworker. She's foreign. Anyway, but Michael is
yeah.
I'm not gonna fire him.
I mean, to us, they're all foreign.
Well,
besides
okay.
besides
She's not
our
British.
man Don Johnson.
She's from Malta, I believe.
Yeah, she wasn't English. That's for sure.
Which is who's from Malta? That's that's so obscure. This is the one actress who ever
Probably
got off the island.
at least 1,000 people or something like that.
1,000 people live on Malta.
Yeah.
That's probably true. Where was I going? Oh, anyway, Don Johnson says 1 in 3 people get cancer. Doesn't matter that he has cancer. Go fire him. And I was like, shit. One of us has cancer. No, that's not what it is. But that's crazy. That's a lot. I never really thought about that. But I Googled it, and it's apparently true. 40% of men and women will be diagnosed with cancer at some point, according to cancer.gov. Just to bring the pod down a little bit.
That's good. Well, that means 1 and a quarter of us talking right now.
Yeah, more than one of us potentially has cancer.
Yeah, but one of us is going to get full cancer, and the other one is going to get that 7%.
A little cancer.
Yeah.
Gonna get misdiagnosed.
We're gonna one. Yeah.
Yeah, what's the
I call.
percent?
Hey, I'll do the. I'll take one for the team, guys. I'll get the misdiagnosis.
Oh man,
Gonna ride that roller coaster of emotions.
it's gonna
Yeah,
really.
I'll
ruin,
live in
a couple
strife
days.
for a little bit, and then
Change
try to
your
lie
life.
about it for a while. Yeah. So, we got anything else, or should we get into predictions?
I think that's all I got. I mean, I was most thrown, I think, by the end where Ash and Becca are hooking up and he's got a wife and a child. Cuz I was like I think I'm used to most of the shows that we watch. You get the one the one shitty person and then it's kind of like all about them. You didn't expect like best friend who's crying for him and his cancer to be, cheating with his girlfriend on his wife and family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't bode well. It's interesting because if you think about it, like obviously Daniel's not like he's being shitty because she's like you always lie to me,
Yeah.
and then it's like you're cheating
She's
on
cheating on him.
and with a married man with a child.
Everyone's kind
I
of
guess,
terrible in this show.
Yeah, I mean, I guess guys' love knows no bounds. Am I right?
It's just got too much love to give.
Too much love to give. Predictions. I've got some. My first one is Dan plays some more PlayStation in this episode. I think
Sure
that
hope so.
like therapy boy, like his PlayStation therapy friend or whatever he has talked to. I think they hang out still. I think because Mr. West, the guy who Don Johnson is such a terrible, awful person that he has to be dead. So I think they reference how Mr. West died.
Ooh, Daniel had to kill him because he found out.
I think he's dead and gone, and I think they just reference that he's dead. I think number 3, I'm assuming Lindsay Lohan's going to be in this episode, and I think Lindsay Lohan is also lying about having a disease.
Ooh, it's like Fight Club.
Yeah. She's Brad Pitt.
Or oh man, her name's escaping me. Helena Bonham Carter.
Yeah. And then number 4, I think Dr. Glennis is no longer a doctor. He just can't be. He's not a doctor. He's just Glennis now.
Mr. Glennis.
Mr. Glennis, no longer Dr. Glennis.
I think
Those are my 4.
technically you're still a doctor, right? By title?
Once a doctor, always a doctor.
I think you can get disbarred, or I mean that's
right.
lawyer stuff.
You'd
but
be practicing, but it's not like they take away your degree. You know what I mean?
There's probably, in a way, it's like getting like removed from the military or something. You know, it's like you were in the military, you were a doctor, you're not a doctor anymore.
All right.
There's got to be some sort of like a black mark on your record that they don't call you doctor anymore, basically.
Maybe when you
He's
go
no
to
longer
jail.
practicing. That's what I'm saying.
What do you got, Joe?
So I have that in the end here, Daniel's faking a new disease.
Oh.
I was gonna say that one. I had that
That's
one written
funny.
down too,
Yeah, I think
and I
he's
went a different.
Just crying wolf.
Yeah, he's past esophageal cancer and now has moved on to a new disease that he's faking.
I'm into it.
I didn't catch the name of his
Polio.
coworker from Malta, so I called her Bangs Girl, and I think that Daniel is in a will they won't they with Bangs Girl at the end here.
Oh, wow.
I just think that I was gonna say that they're together, but I was like, no, British show, they're not gonna be together. Like, it's still gonna be left unsaid. So that's where they are. I have that. Again, hoping that this gets darker. I think Daniel actually gets sick. Because I think that's just a bit of like cosmic karma, is that he actually gets sick with a chronic disease. And then my last one was for Lindsay Lohan. I think that Lindsay is the new CEO of the company.
Ooh, okay.
Just based on that Don Johnson is a famous American actor. Lindsay Lohan also fits that role of famous American actor, so she's just the new CEO.
I could see that.
There, I love the thought that Don Johnson and Lindsay Lohan are just interchangeable.
Yeah, they're pretty much the same thing. Same vibe.
That's kind of weird. Okay. I also have we saw a couple. They made a specific like reference to the beginning of like this video game that they're playing, that he like knows the like words to like the opening. So
Isn't
I think
that Destiny? Are they playing Destiny?
Is that what it is? It's just a.
I think it's just Destiny, but I'm not 100% sure.
Because what did he? Because it's somebody and she's their queen. They're her family now. It looked like it could have just been made for this to me. But,
could have been.
I think we have like that as a part of this. Number 2, I have Dr. Glennis is like Breaking Bad. Because even like with his doctoring right now, like he's like staring like at a pile of bills. He's clearly got issues. I think he's got to be doing some stuff on the side to get by at this point. And then I also have Daniel as Breaking Bad. Apparently, maybe killing people who find out his secret.
So he's doing, besides just lying about cancer, he's like committing some serious
just
crimes.
Got a taste for and then number 4, assuming that everyone has. This is assuming that everyone's Ash has like survived the fall and stuff. I have this one's about Becca, who's the girlfriend who's just apparently just banging everybody. I think
2 people.
Becca's pregnant with somebody's baby.
They're probably gonna know whose it is if it's just those 2 people, though.
Yeah, probably, maybe.
All right, interesting. So let's dive into this last episode. It's called Operation Thunderbolt.
Okay.
Yep. So let's see what that's all about, and we'll be back after that. And we're back from the finale. Well, the last episode, I guess, of Sick Note was called Operation Thunderbolt. Do you have a write-up, Jimmy?
Thunderdome. Yeah. To save Dr. Glennis, Daniel must get the cash to Shank. However, there is a mix-up with the bags that means Daniel, too, winds up at the end of Shank's samurai sword. Meanwhile, Becca thinks she's pieced together the truth about Ash's death. The end.
Okay.
That's all we got.
We don't know when Ash died. I guess we're all assuming he died from the window, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the other part of the episode was Daniel was breaking into Dr. Glennis's house, hiding from his wife, trying to steal this bag that was full of money, I guess to pay off that drug lord guy.
Yeah.
Shank?
The drug lord with the katana.
Yeah. Trying to pay him off, and then he grabbed like the lingerie bag or something instead and brought that over. But then like the cops raided the place because Daniel was being followed by another person that was also in this like marathon that he was running or something.
An undercover cop.
Yeah. Who seems like that undercover cop was somebody who was like trying to prove that somehow like Daniel was faking cancer for some reason.
Yeah, it sounded like he was on to them. He wasn't supposed to be undercover. It sounded like he's not even like a field person, but somehow at some point along the way he got on to these guys. And Dr. Glennis has stolen drugs and sold them to this drug lord. And so now they've just kind of gotten in over their heads. And the cop calls someone like that he's followed them Which although also, by the way, how Daniel doesn't notice that this male cop dressed in drag is following him while he's like apparently run off course on this race, gone into like broken into this building, into this house, and like broken back out after the lady got home. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, this whole show seems to be extremely ridiculous. So
I liked it.
Yeah, and then they get out of, so I don't know, that kind of seemed like that might have been somewhat of a season arc potentially of this like drug guy being involved, and then them being involved with him, and then they paid him off, they didn't pay him off and he just got like arrested, and so that seemed like the end of that arc. And then they started a new arc, presumably to go into season 3, which is Daniel was at Ash's wife's house, and they were talking about his death. And then she decided that she wanted his death, and then how he was cheating on both of them basically with Becca. And then it was going to go into, she was going to try to have sex with him, but then he fell asleep. But then Becca came over to say that like she thinks that Daniel killed Ash.
And someone else.
Oh, she said she thought he killed somebody else too?
Yeah.
I didn't
Somebody's
catch
friend
who.
or something.
Oh, maybe it was the PlayStation guy.
That's the only thing
Everybody
I could
that
think
knew,
of, but
everyone that knew that he didn't have cancer has to die.
Mm-hmm.
everyone's
Yeah,
gonna
which
die.
is kind of what I was hoping for, and when I was making predictions. So
Yeah,
interesting
you
that they
looked
went that way.
excited.
They at least went in the suspect him of doing it, that version.
Mhm.
I
You know?
think it
Yeah.
is. I think it is. I think because I think she said and will too, and like in a earlier episode, there's a cast member whose character's name is Will _5000, which just sounds like a gaming handle.
Oh, that was totally the dude that he was talking to in the first episode on the PlayStation.
Will
We saw
5000?
we saw his name on the TV screen.
Oh, we did. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We saw like the handle or the actor's name.
We saw Will 5000 on like the TV when he was playing the game.
He's not.
So.
He's not credited on IMDb in the first episode.
Oh, well,
Might
the
have been a
voice of
different-
the voice of Will 5000 was there. I can tell you that.
Weird.
All right, so maybe this show got dark. It wasn't that funny this episode. I don't know if you guys thought it was
Wasn't
or not.
as
but
funny. There was more like Nick Frost being Nick Frost humor, of just like being like sort of eccentric and weird, and also was he banging his wife on a tennis court at the end, or was that someone else?
I'm pretty sure that was his wife.
Yeah, I thought
Okay.
that was his wife.
I assume, but it was just that was strange.
I think she found
was
out that he
into
was up
it.
to no good, but making a ton of money, and she was into
She was
it.
super
I feel like
into
that's
it.
what I got out of that.
Yeah.
She's like, "You did what to get a bunch of money for us? Keep it up." Is basically what I got out of that end scene, or of his end scene, basically. So maybe that meant in season 3, if it would have happened, Dr. Glennis would have gone down the evil path of, I don't know, taking over Shank's drug empire. He would have maybe broken bad officially, and then
And he was selling drugs.
yeah, I guess. And then just Daniels and has to deal with now these ladies thinking that he killed, potentially. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Not that interested in season 3 anyway. So
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Fair.
What were your thoughts on this episode just in general?
I actually am more interested in this show now. Maybe not
Okay.
season 3, but yeah, I don't know.
I think I was taken in a good way that the show opens up with like clearly a lot going on, like that Dr. is it Dr. McGinnis? Dr.
Glennis?
Dr. Glennis. Dr. Glennis is like in mortal danger, and like Daniel is sneaking around a house, like, and there's like intense music. Like, I guess I'm interested that it was something had gone wrong as opposed to, oh yeah, we're just like living our normal lives and like just like keeping up the lie. That it's somehow somewhere gone off the rails.
Yeah. Plus Shank was actually pretty funny with his like weird samurai sword and talking about Dexter, and I'm into it. It was definitely darker, I think.
Yeah, less jokes for sure.
Yeah, I guess I will say that I am curious in how they got to where they ended up. You know what I'm saying? And now we only have 12 episodes total that we haven't seen in this show. So there's part of me at least that I am interested enough to potentially watch like episode 2 of season 1 to see if it could hook me into watching the remaining episodes, since there's so few, you know? Like the hurdle doesn't seem as big, so if it seems like good or if it seems promising to get to where it is, I could still be interested in it. So that's kind of where I'm at with this show right now.
Yeah. Not a lot of time left on this one.
No,
Burned
right?
it.
Yeah. I mean, I still haven't watched all of Over the Garden Wall,
Oh
so
my
you know,
God.
I'm not I'm not saying that like the time commitment
I can't wait to watch
You know.
that again this fall.
you might beat me second run around. I'll get there. Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. Yeah, Becca was only in that very last like scene of the show, so she's still there. And then I guess we didn't talk about the only other person that was new that we saw briefly was Lindsay Lohan was there. And she looked like she was dressed up in like a pantsuit and was with the company, his direct boss, because Don Johnson was nowhere to be seen, assuming he's gone somewhere. And so she was there. So I assume she has something to do with the company, the insurance company now.
Yeah, I think Joe, she's the new Don Johnson for sure.
It's pretty much the impression that I got from her.
Yeah. Never had to knock on wood. But yeah, so she was only there at the end where they were all waiting. Linda, is that her name? Man, I even looked it up in between. Malta girl.
Lindsay Lohan's
Boss
name
Michael
in the show?
And Lindsay Lohan. No, the foreign lady. Anyway, those three were all waiting at the finish line of this race that seemed like it was just a actual like cancer like run, probably for Daniel.
Yeah, he was
like,
on like
in
little
his
bus
name.
stop signs too for their company.
Yeah, so they were waiting for him to finish, and then they made it seem like they had finished earlier after all the shenanigans happened. But it seemed like they were setting up that she was on to Daniel. She does not believe in his cancer diagnosis. So that looked like it was going to be like a season 3 plot line as well.
Yeah, they were. They set a couple things up. The show definitely wanted to keep going.
Yeah. Was this
At least
did
at
you
the
say
time.
was this a pandemic fall?
Like when it came out.
Like did it not keep going because of the pandemic, or just because Netflix has just stopped filming a lot of shows?
I mean, even before that, because this aired in 2018 is when it came out.
Yeah.
The last season came out late 2018. So
Okay.
Or August or April 2018. I can't remember now. So that was before we thought of the word pandemic being a problem in our lives. So I think they just never. I guess they just didn't see enough in the show to keep it going. Because you would have thought that if it was going to get screwed by the pandemic, it would have been it probably would have been done with its third season and out probably by then. If they wanted to keep going with it.
TVScorecards.com says that Sick Note was canceled. Yeah. And that the second season was ordered before the first episode even aired.
Oh, before episode 1 aired?
Yeah.
Of season 1. So, yeah, I mean, it's few episodes. Oh, no, this show maybe didn't even cost a whole ton. Probably would have been just the actors that cost the most because it just seems pretty basic. It's not sci-fi or anything crazy like that. So, go 14 and see how it works, right?
Yep. We'll never know. We'll never know what happens to Daniel.
Oh, no. Well, I heard he goes to a wizarding school and learns some stuff later in life.
As an adult.
Yeah, he finds a portal to become a child again and then becomes a wizard. That's what happened. Sorry to break
Spoilers.
it to you. Spoilers.
Bummer.
And then he does stuff. I couldn't tell you. I can't. I don't want to tell you what happens because I totally know what happens in Harry Potter. I just don't want to. Should we see how we did in predictions?
Let's do it.
I mean, let's also spoiler alert. I didn't do very good. So my first one was Dan is playing PlayStation again, and he never did. I think it referenced on how Mr. West died. He never came up. I thought Lindsay Lohan was also lying about a disease. It seems like she just was the boss now in the business. And then I thought Glennis is no longer a doctor, and I mean he was referred to as Dr. Glennis still. So,
yep,
that's gonna be a big old 0 for me.
Nice.
Yeah, did good. Who's next?
I could go. I had that Daniel's faking a new disease, and it didn't look like it. Still the cancer.
Still looked cancerish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I said that Daniel is in a will they won't they with the Bangs girl, and we didn't see her, right?
We did. He talked to her after.
They were supposed to be on their way to get like drinks or something. But
they were talking about drinks, and then he was like, "I gotta go," and she seemed like it was like, "Again, you have to go." So it seems like he keeps like running away from her potentially.
I want to give you that point.
Yeah. Okay.
Based on that interaction, they were like on their way to like do something together, and it was kind of cutesy, and then he got a text from Ash's wife.
Little misconnection. All right, a point. I have Daniel gets actually sick, which it didn't look like it. And then I have Lindsay Lohan is the new CEO. We think so, but like, is that confirmed?
I don't think it's confirmed, but I would say I'd give you half a point for it because it looks pretty probable.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, we can assume that, but like it was never actually confirmed.
Yeah. So without confirmation.
Yeah, she's at least someone in charge there, so half a point then.
Yeah, she was wearing a pantsuit. Like she was somebody's boss.
She's either a politician or she works at the insurance store.
So 1.5 then.
All right.
Nice. I also had video game. There was no videos. There was just actual exercise outdoors. Remember that?
Ooh.
Then I had 2 different predictions of both Dr. Glennis and Daniel Breaking Bad. And I mean,
how do you want to fight for these, Jimmy?
Dr. Glennis was stealing drugs to sell them to a drug lord and started this episode on his knees with a samurai sword to his back. So I feel like I should at least give 1 point between the two. Daniel was running around stealing or like grabbing the money to bring it.
Daniel might have been just in a hard place based on his cahoots with the doctor. I think I'm definitely good with giving you 1. Joe, you make the other decision.
I got 1.5. Let's hand out some points.
All right. Everybody gets points besides me. Let's go. Let's go.
Nice. Wait, how many points did I get?
So you got 1.5 for those two.
Okay, great. and then I thought Becca might be pregnant, and that there's no way to know. She was in this for about 2 seconds.
Yeah. Definitely. All right. Well, you two got 1.5 points. But I was playing golf and got 0, got lower score than you. So I guess I
nailed
won.
it.
Birdie. Yeah. Forgot. Hey, I tell you guys that this season we're going lowest points.
Oh
wins.
Shit!
Changing it up.
Trying to get negative points.
No, we're not doing that. I'm just gonna have to score points going forward. I'm calling it here. Scoring points going forward. Okay, well, that's going to do it for Sick Note. If you guys if you are all big Harry Potter fans or, check this show out. It's pretty much the same thing.
Can't wait for it to be rebooted.
But yeah, thank you for listening. If you want to give us show suggestions or whatnot, you can at FNL Podcast on the Gmail or on the Twitter. We got Instagram, we got Facebook and stuff too. You can find that by searching FNL Podcast. You'll figure it out. You guys are all smart. So, but that's going to do it for this week. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Anyway. Oh, God, I've been recording this whole time.